Okay, let's learn about the calendar within Canvas and then also about analytics for your class. So we'll start with the calendar, and this is the Canvas calendar. I can switch from week view to month view here in this calendar, um, similar to most other calendars and some of the functionality that you have in here as well. So I can just quickly see what's going on in my classes. On this right hand side, I've got my own personal calendar. I've got the calendars for the other classes that I'm a part of. Each calendar is color coded, so I could come in here and say, okay, I don't want to look at that class and I don't want to look at this Earth Systems class, and you can just kind of pull things out if you want to. So it's easy for you to kind of really focus in on one subject at a time if you wanted to. Right from this calendar, I can create um, an item. So I could create an event or an assignment. I could put it in the class that I want it to fall under, give it a name, a due date, give it the assignment grouping, and I could add that assignment right here on the calendar. So I can really kind of set up the course with the different flow that I want, make sure that there's appropriate spacing between assignments and things like that. And then I also have the ability to make some adjustments in here. So let's say it's this, I'm not sure, creative writing class. So I've got a reading comprehension assignment that's due on the 10th, and then I've got a quiz 2 that's on the 11th. And so maybe I want to give the students a little bit of extra space here. What I can do is just drag this to the 9th, and then what Canvas is doing on the back end, it's changing the due date for that assignment to reflect the 9th. It's changing the due date in the syllabus, change the due date in the gradebook. It also is sending out notifications to all of my students and parents and people that are in this class, letting them know that this reading comprehension assignment has been moved from the 9th or from the 10th to the 9th, so be prepared. And so that's how easy it is to kind of make adjustments within Canvas. I can also feed out this calendar. Maybe you've got this Canvas calendar, um, but you're already as a school using Google Calendar, or you like your iCal or Outlook or whatever it may be. Well, you can feed this calendar out to those other calendars as well. And so all I do is pull this feed, plug it into my Google Calendar, and then all of these items will show up in that calendar, and it's a live feed. So as adjustments are made in here, depending on that other calendar, how often they pull those RSS feeds, it will automatically adjust and reflect in that external calendar as well. Um, the last thing here with the calendar is we have the scheduler tool. With the scheduler, this allows you, maybe as a teacher, you can kind of set up times or groupings within your calendar that then you allow your students to go into the scheduler and they could sign up for a time slot with this event. So I've got my open office hours here, although that's spelled really funky. So if we edit this, so I've got my open office hours, we'll save that. So it looks like from 10 to 12, and these are all filled now. But then what students are going to see is they'll come in and they could say, okay, I want to meet with you from 9:30 to 10. They could submit and enter in so that then they're blocked out for a half hour with your office hours. And so this works really good for any kind of maybe presentations for the class or something like that. People can come in and they can kind of schedule and do things that way. So that's the Canvas calendar. And now I want to talk analytics for a minute. So going back into a class, creative writing here, I've got my course analytics button. So as a teacher, I can come in here and view my analytics. With Canvas, we show you a lot of different things, and we give you some information. We don't give you all of the answers, we give you the information so that you know what questions you need to start asking. And so right in here I can see that this is the activity for my class. The blue bars are showing page views, so I can see how active the students are with viewing the information for this class. And then I've got these orange bars are showing that there was some kind of an action that was taking place on that day. So as you can see, just kind of overall for this class, if I was a teacher, I would say, all right, it looks like my activity is pretty low, and then the action. So I don't have many students that are actually doing things when they're in the system. So do I need to add more assignments or more quizzes or more discussions? Or what's kind of the underachieving issue there for these students? Maybe I need to add an assignment in here because they go almost a full month without even doing anything, and there wasn't even hardly any page views in here. I've also got my assignments distribution. So this is a list of all of the assignments that I have in this class, and I can just hover over it. It will tell me what assignment, the number that are missing, the number that are late, the number that are on time. So as a teacher, I would be concerned and say, okay, most of my assignments are missing for this whole class. What's going on? Am I not communicating to the students? Did I forget to do something with these assignments? Did I forget to put a due date or something so that they're not even showing up for the students? And then I've got a grade distribution. So a box and whisker plot here, which shows me all of my assignments and how students are performing on those. So on this, I've got my character questionnaire assignment. I can see that the high score was a 75, the low score was a 45. There were only 50 points possible, and the median was a 49. So pretty much everybody was doing really well. One student kind of skewed things and did extremely well. And so then you can kind of look through things and just get a really quick snapshot of what's going on with your class as a whole. And then you can even dial down further with these students. So I can jump in and say, okay, I want to take a look at this individual student and see how their activity is in the class. Looks like they're doing pretty good overall with submitting things and being in the system. I can see any communication that's taking place between the student and myself as the teacher. So I can see that I've got some, these orange boxes are showing that there's a student message. So in this case, it looks like the student's messaging me an awful lot and I'm not responding, or it could be vice versa. I can see the student's assignment distribution. So anything that's yellow is showing that it's late and by how far, if it's got this trail on it. The green diamonds are showing that it's on time, and if it's green with a little precursor, it's showing that it's on time. It's actually early and how early that was. The red are showing that it's a missing assignment. And then I can see their grade distribution and how they're performing in comparison to their peers. Are they above average, below average? Are they average as a whole? And so that's analytics at the course level and some of the things that the teachers can see and some of the items that they can start looking at and looking for ways to improve their class or improve their content overall.